What is up, Gaming Nation? This is JMO76, and we are playing Madden 26. Specifically, we are doing a halftime and weekly wrap-up comparison video. We have a Seahawks franchise and a Raiders franchise, and we're going to see what outcomes we get in terms of the wrap-up show and the halftime report. So first up, Seahawks. Let's go. Now, these are both offline franchises, playing them at the same time, so it'll be interesting to see what the results are like.
Cam Akers. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. The Saints give Kellen Moore his first win as head coach. They get the job done here. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's the third-year quarterback, Bryce Young. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Panthers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Devon Achane. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Dolphins find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
So overall, not too bad. A heck of a lot better than the preseason version, actually. Would be nice if there was just a little bit more depth, maybe talking about injuries and things like that, but definitely a far better improvement. So I really like that. Speaking of like, if you are liking the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Really would appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. So with that, off to New England and the Raiders franchise. Let's see what their halftime report looks like. And just to be clear, this is the same franchise. So this is an offline franchise. I'm using two teams, Seahawks and the Raiders. So these games are both pretty much simultaneous. So we'll see what the results yield for both sides. Looking forward to seeing what the offerings are.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at Lumen Field in Seattle. The Seahawks at home to take on their NFC West rivals, the 49ers. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's Cam Akers. He'll take this one in from 2 yards out. The Saints wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Carolina Panthers. And this is Bryce Young. And this is a touchdown. The Panthers move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. And here's the scoreboard in the early window of the last week of the regular season. What I wouldn't give for an Octobox right now. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
And there you have it, the comparison of the two halftime shows. It is interesting to see that the play from the first game, the Seahawks game, the field goal, that did actually show as a highlight in the Raiders franchise, which was pretty cool. Definitely not the best play of the game, but again, it was really interesting to see that. So overall, that's a really nice touch. So jumping back and forth here, going to go into the weekly recap now and check out what the recap looks like for the Seahawks. And ultimately, we're going to see if in that recap we see something from the Raiders and Patriots game. So let's get to it.
Season starts now. I'm Scott Hansen, and you are tuned in to the brand new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Lots to get to. We start in the Pacific Northwest. The Seahawks at home to take on the 49ers. And this is Justin Tucker. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is Demario Douglas. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Pats begin the Mike Vrabel era with a victory. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And this is ARSB Amon-Ra St. Brown. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. The Lions get the win in the opener. Could this finally be their year? They'll start 1-0. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
So it's interesting. We get the halftime show for both of the franchises that we're running. And a terrible replay in terms of what they offered for the Seahawks 49ers game. Like, that field goal is just awful. So let's check out weekly wrap-up number 2.
Is back. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is the new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1 of the 2025 regular season. Lots to get to. We start in the Pacific Northwest. The Seahawks at home to take on the 49ers. And this is Justin Tucker. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And here's the guy they call Pop, Demario Douglas. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Patriots are able to come away with their first victory on the season. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And this is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He was wreaking havoc on the secondary all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown grabs on the afternoon. The Lions get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week, right here on EA Sports.
So there you have it, the wrap-up show for the Raiders franchise week as well. Halftime show for both of those, got to say pretty good. I'd say solid B+. The weekly wrap-ups, not so much. Again, the stat packs were basically identical for both games. What they have for the halftime show, they need to actually just add that and bring that into the weekly wrap-up show, because the halftime show is actually pretty good. But again, we still need to see injuries. We still need to see some storylines. We need to have all of the games covered. Like, all of the scores should be covered. If they cover it in the halftime show, why do they not cover it in the weekly wrap-up show? That's a really weird decision, man. It would be great if something like that could be added to the game or patched in, because I want to know how all the other games ended, right? That would be amazing if we could have that. So overall, it's a definite solid start. Really hope that EA builds on it rather than just leaves it where it is and then pulls it out in a couple of years, as they have been prone to do in the past. But again, the halftime show definitely on the right path. Weekly wrap-up show needs a lot more. And hopefully we can get some of that this year. If not this year, definitely next year. So pleasantly surprised in terms of that one. Preseason halftime show was god awful. But with that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.